Mahjong. People who hear that word probably think of the tile matching game that probably came with their computer. And they don't know that it's actually such a rich four-player game that goes back as far in Chinese history as chess does in European history. And here in the States, Mahjong has gotten a really bad stigma of being a game that old people play over tea. But you know, I think that if more young people knew how to play the game, then it might actually become quite popular here in the States. I mean, all you need to know how to play is the basics. And trust me, my friends, when I tell you that this game...
Oh yeah!
So before we go into the video games, well, let's teach you how to play the darn thing. So let's look into the pieces themselves. Now there are 144 tiles in a normal set. Sometimes there will be more jokers, but all the basic set will always have 144 tiles. These are separated into different sets: dots, bamboo, characters, dragons, wind, and flower in seasons. Flowers in seasons are sometimes taken out of regular sets for normal play, depending on which set of rules you're playing with. And that's one thing that you need to know. This is a game for 4 players. Now, I'm not going over the solitaire game, so to help me out, I have Justin, and Justin helping me today.
Yeah, Yankee J didn't want to help out.
Well, he's a poopy pants. Yeah! 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 So I'm just going to show you the basic game as I learned it. And so we're all going to play a friendly game as north, west, south, and I'll play east. So let's get started. So okay, the person who is east always starts. Just get one of each of the wind tiles, north, south, east, and west, place them face down and shuffle them. Person who draws east starts. Then the other players sit in their appropriate seats, with west being opposite east and north being to east's left. I know it looks opposite our normal directions, but this is how it's played. Now you turn all of the tiles over and shuffle them. Everyone helps. Then all the players start taking tiles, placing them face down to make 17 stacks of 2. We then push our lines together like this to form the wall, and everyone will start from it.
Now there's a lot of ceremony to tournament play, who sits where, who starts off as east, and you know what, we're going to let you figure that out for yourselves. We're just going to teach you how to play the game, so no comments about, oh, you missed this part, because we're just showing you the basic game. You're going to learn all that stuff later. Some people add in the seasons, and some people actually use like 2 or 3 dice, sometimes even 4. So now we break the wall and start drawing tiles. East throws the dice and counts counterclockwise, starting with himself. So here I threw a 12. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this brings us to this person. They then throw the dice again, twice, add it up, and count from the right hand of their wall. So his 2 rolls totaled up add to 20. And so you count all the way to 20. And they make a break right here, with the rest of the tiles being shoved to one side. It's polite to slide the wall in so that other people can reach the tiles. Then East starts taking tiles that they'll start to use for their hand. East takes 4 from the left side of the break, and then north, west, south, east, north, west, south, east, north, west, south. Now everybody has 12 tiles. East then takes 2 more like this to have 14. And the others take the remaining tiles in order. So now we all have 13 tiles. So you may be asking yourselves, what's the point? Well, if you've ever played the game Rummy, it's very similar. The point of the game is to get runs and sets. Runs are sets of 3, like 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Sets are sets of the same tile kind, say 3 5s of bamboo. Someone can say Kong and make a set of 4 tiles of the same kind of suit. Make 4 of these and 1 pair of something else, and you win. So everyone is trying to make hands. Some are easier than others, and that's where you can get into higher scoring hands like you get in poker.
But like I said, that's for you to figure out on your own. Right now, we're just going into the basics of how to play. So everyone situates their tiles as they like. Now we're going to expose our hands here so that you guys can see what each of us has. So East starts off, chooses a tile, and then chooses one that they want to discard. The game works this way with a tile being drawn and added to a hand and a tile discarded. You can discard the one that you just drew. Now, if anyone can use the discarded tile to help their hand and make something, then they say what kind of set that they can make with it. Only the person to the discarder's left can say chow. Chow is a run. Anyone else can say pung. Pung means a set. If multiple people want a tile, then it's not like poker. There is a priority list. If someone can make Mahjong, that comes first. Then comes a Kong or Pung, and then a Chow. If multiple people can make Mahjong, then the person to the right of the person discarding the tile wins it. Someone can say Kong and make a set of 4 tiles of the same kind of suit. If anyone calls for a tile, then they have to show that they indeed did make that set by flipping them over for everyone to see. Now this makes hands that haven't been exposed worth more points in a scoring game, because you made these points naturally. If nobody can make anything from the discarded tile, it's left in the middle of the table. This is another part of the strategy in that by discarding tiles, you can try and see what other people might be working for through what they're discarding. Play then proceeds counterclockwise to the right, and the next person draws the next tile. First person to make a winning hand wins. Now if the person playing East wins, then you play a brand new game with that person keeping the title. If East ever loses, then play passes with the person to the right becoming the new East, and play just starting all over again. Once the title of East is passed around to all 4 people at least once, then you go again. And you do that once for every single wind. So a full game of Mahjong will actually last about 16 turns, not counting all the extra turns that whoever plays East and wins as East and gets the extra turn gets. Now not everybody uses the exact same rule set. Obviously Japan has different rules than China, China has different rules than Europe, than America. If you want to find out the rule set that people near you are playing by, well, go to your local game store and see if they have any Mahjong rule books. These are usually fairly cheap, and you can even find them online. Or just look around and ask some of the people. There's lots of groups around every city that play Mahjong. Now, I'm not going to go into scoring.
No, you really shouldn't.
Next week, we'll go over the one that you've all been waiting for. Mahjong in video games.
That includes strip Mahjong, right?
Yes, it includes strip Mahjong.
Woo! Woo! Wah! Woo! Yeah!
You think that you can play this? Now you can. You think that you can play this? Let's say what he said. I know that you can play this. But only if you follow JewWario, you can play this. You can play this.
Hey, look at me, everybody. I'm Yankee J. Herpa-de-derpa-de-doo. Hey, look at me. I'm Mario.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave before Yankee J shoots me too. What?